Hello and welcome back to the final 9 holes of the Preserve Championship from the Airborn Preserve in Clearwater, Minnesota. You are watching the Disc Golf Pro Tour on JomezPro with BigSexyBarri, Nate Sexton, Jeremy Koling, and Paul Ulibarri.
We have an extremely exciting final 9 holes here as Eagle McMahon has just taken a one-shot lead over Ricky Wysocki and Paul McBeth. Matty O is just 3 back. It's going to be tough for him because this last 9 holes is the easiest 9 holes on the course. This is going to be a sprint for these guys, but he has opportunities. If he birdies all 9, he could potentially be the champion at this event.
And this is what I've been waiting for. There's a lot of creative ways you can play holes, and I've been wondering. I even see a little Nate spelled out there. Shout out for me. That's the route I took on this hole, actually. Ended up worse than you might think.
This is real.
A lot of different ways to attack. Let's see what Eagle goes with. I'm thinking one of those middle ones that landed by the basket.
He's going to go with a cursive sidearm, I believe. Oh, and there
too
it is.
high.
Yeah, that's not ideal. I mean, this is a pretty easy hole for these guys. Kind of a lawn dart situation, and Eagle's going to have to work for that birdie now.
One of the things that I really loved about the front 9 is it was kind of lackluster for these guys, which showed us their human side. This is a pro tour. These guys are trying to hunt down that title. This back 9 is where they will show their true colors and how good they really are. I promise you there will be no more lackluster shots, especially from those top 3. Matty O is going to have to dig deep and do something extremely special if he wants to catch one of all 3 of these guys.
Well, I mean, they're the top 3 players in the world.
Yes.
They're the top 3 in the world for a reason. And Matty O is one of these top players, perennial top player. Whenever he's at a tournament, he is always in the mix. He belongs.
But when there's 1, that's different than 3 at the same score.
Yeah, I agree with that. Ricky going backhand turnover, and yeah, that's going to be a birdie.
Let's see that one more time. We already saw this line, I think, on the preview.
Yeah.
It must have been one of them. This one's kind of just a little bit out left early and slides right up. He's going to have a dunk.
You got to make these. You got to make all of them. Matty O connecting, beautiful, no hesitancy at all. That was dead center with pace. Eagle to avoid giving back the shot that he just earned on 9. Dead center with pace. No hesitancy. Just beautiful.
Big time putts from both of those guys.
Paul so centered that it almost comes off the pole. Beautiful. And we're going to have a star frame as Ricky is in the mulch, parked. That's what we want to see here on this back 9, and that's what we expect. This is going to be a lot of birdies, this one being the toughest one left.
Yeah, this is definitely the bonus hole of this back 9. 525 with a right finish. Not an easy shot to shape, especially with this one tree here that kind of blocks the natural turnover line that these guys would want to attempt. Roller is in play, but I don't know that these guys are going to need it. With the arms they have, they may all just try to go turnover air shot. Looks like the bird is going to show us the forehand. Let me say one more time, 525 before we watch this. So this, really low, but the turn.
Oh, he's dug it into the ground, unable to match what he did in round 2 when he put it 20 feet away. I was so excited to see that shot. But when you're throwing it that hard, that is a mistake that is often made.
Paul gets a lot of turn here. Is he going to go around the tree?
That was a nice little hit he had there, and this is going to scoop right there in
wow.
this one.
Beautiful shot.
Mid-flight, he clipped a little bit of that tree, and I think that stabled him out just enough. The little breaks that you get.
Here is a roller. This has a lot of cut.
It's got to get
Here
understable
it goes.
right
Here it goes.
now. Get understable right now, and it's going to do what he did in round 2 and just keep on cooking straight. So it's a good shot, but it's not the birdie look that Matteo needs. He's wishing he threw just a slightly less stable disc.
So Eagles par at best. McBeth looking very likely to birdie. Can Ricky, asking for it to sit. It's moving quick.
Sit. Hit the bricks. Flowers.
Sit.
Oh!
Sit. That was only a 6 counter. So a little bit lackluster from Ricky in the...
I like the line, hit the bricks. Flowers?
Where are the bricks? I don't even know. What is he talking about?
I think hit the bricks means like get out of my face. Maybe a fan got too close and said, hit the bricks, kid. And then he got back to kind of calling his.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
My kid's like, what did I do?
Yeah.
I was saying
He's like,
sit.
That's not even
I
an
was trying to
expression.
say sit.
You're just making things up now. Ricky, can he hit some bricks? He has, unfortunately.
Yeah.
There, dude.
He's had a lot of those kind of just a little low.
Eagle's still outside of Paul. So Paul's basically got
Wow.
a tap in.
That's a pressure putt. Eagle delivers once again, saves the par. Not a single bogey yet on our featured group.
Into the share of the lead for Paul.
So Ricky, who's held on to a 2-round lead, even though he was tied with Eagle coming into this round, he is now in 3rd place and not happy about it.
Yeah, that was a dangerous putt he putted, honestly. I've seen those kind of squirt out left and right.
Yeah, you can't excuse something like that. You cannot afford to lose focus for a moment right now.
Hole 12, par 3, 330 feet, slightly downhill and to the left. Gap gets kind of narrower as you go here. The initial gap is pretty big. Right behind the hole, a little bit of a drop off down towards the Mississippi. That's perfect.
Like butter on a hot roll.
Just could not be an easier looking shot for the man. Eagle keeping this wide, needs to start hyzering, and it does, and it's perfect.
Birthday cake.
Yep.
Get lucky.
Come on.
Yeah, just a bit too straight, but no, it's great.
Finger licking good.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Why'd you say that?
That's how good it was.
Okay. Yeah, that's just perfect.
Spicy meatball sub right here.
Oh, that looks
This
beautiful.
little piggy went to the back. Yeah, buddy.
Fantastic.
And again, we have just a boring result.
Yeah.
A little straddler here.
Little straddle or birdie.
That got a little deeper than I thought right there.
I love an easy hole every once in a while for these guys
Oh,
because then we
salute.
can say the silly stuff.
Yeah, sure.
You know, like these are going to be birdies. Okay, we can the drama can subside just for a moment here, and we can talk about.
The Great Mississippi.
Yeah, sure. And there it is, star frame.
So many birdies now. Ooh, ooh. Love it.
And I think that tee pad is brought to us by Birdtown Flooring.
It makes sense.
So I guess this whole corner, these two holes, is kind of a bird town of this course. I feel like
Feels
just,
like it.
just over 300, fairly generous gaps. This one is a great forehand shot. The backhand turnover also works. Looks like Paul's going to show us the former.
playing as the easiest hole on the course, 2.5 average.
He's going to need to get this wide on hyzer. I feel like that is the best play.
This is a little tight unless it really sits soft here, and it does. It's just a lot of people who throw that sidearm inside, they're going to get that skip onto the ridge, maybe down the hill. Paul's just got such good touch, it just nestles.
Eagle doesn't need anything more than a mid-range here.
That's quite annoying. Matteo out wide left. This is going to get a little soft skip, just like that. And that is also nestled.
Ricky with his brand new signature disc, the Star Invictus.
And that's getting the soft skip.
Wow.
And that's ultra nestled.
That's Birdtown.
So most likely back-to-back star frames for our lead group, as you would expect. Many birdies on this stretch of 12 and 13.
So if Eagle can knock down his 20-footer right here, it is a bit breezy. 25-footer,
yeah,
that's buckets. Yeah,
almost 28. It feels like 20 feet for us.
But it
Because we're
looks,
so good at putting, or?
I'm saying our putts from 20 feel like Eagle's 28-foot putts.
Okay.
That's
okay.
what I'm getting
Back
at.
to your point, Paul.
well, once they knock down these other two birdies and we have another star frame back-to-back, Championship Sunday then starts.
Yeah.
Because those two, you did the job. You know, those are the basics. You covered all the bases. You got your two birdies. They're all hanging around. And now the real course really starts on this back nine.
Correct.
I think 14 is going to be a critical birdie for these guys. It's one of the trickier holes left. You've got to get your drive inbounds. That entire left side of the fairway, from our perspective at the moment, the right side, is out of bounds, defined by that cart path. And then the green is deceptive. It's uphill, it's kind of a false front, and then it's got a big slope behind the basket. I think a big drive here pays.
Oh.
This could really, I don't know about a birdie from there. If that thing got into the woods.
We saw a similar shot like that before where it just hung out on the edge and he was able to manage the second shot up to the green and get the birdie, but that one had a lot of right turn.
I really like this play from Eagle, taking it wide and high
Oh, that's perfect.
and not doing too much. He has the distance. He could get to circle two, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
But he just knocks down a little hyzer. Matteo throwing it. Oh, no.
That's never really had a chance unless it hits this wall. You see sometimes it hits that wall and tries to bounce back over, but not for Matteo. That's going to be out of bounds early.
And I really feel that's all she wrote for Matty when it comes to winning today. He can still have a great tournament. He's had a great tournament, but that shot right there is going to put an end to his hopes.
I agree, just because 15, 16, 17, 18,
They're not hard enough.
they're not hard enough, and you're just not going to be able to make up that many. It's going to take like ace, eagle.
I like Ricky's approach on the last hole. This looks like it's got a little too much on it.
Oh, and that's going to work its way down the hill. Once it starts, it just doesn't stop.
But Ricky threw his last tee shot so low with that anhyzer that there was really nothing that could go wrong. You know, it's not going to go left. It's not going to get to the wood line on the right. And if you get to that second little landing zone, you don't need a big distance.
Look at McBeth.
Wow.
He had almost nothing. Just has to pitch out. He's still probably got 250 feet to the basket.
So Eagle with an opportunity to take the outright lead away from him and Paul shared at the top. This is coming in with some heat.
That's very short.
Oh,
Wow.
I meant heat as in hyzer. I thought he would have had the distance corrected, but no, that was way short.
And these guys are going with putters, trying to take the speed off, have a little more.
This is short as well.
No, and Ricky, that was a huge opportunity for Rick to put one close and kind of put some match play on these guys. A little pressure, but
Now Paul has this. He gets up and down, maybe not losing a stroke.
well, not only that, if he gets up and down and Eagle perhaps runs his putt. Oh no!
Whoa.
Okay, well that's going to be difficult to save the par. So yeah, Eagle cannot run this. I can't imagine. No, he's playing smart right there, knowing that Paul's got a tough putt for par, and Ricky's 55, 60 feet away. But Ricky has a chance to tie it up.
Yes, sir.
Oh my God.
What a putt.
Wow.
How do you run that? I mean, you have to, right? You have to run that putt. Knowing that this is the opportunity to get a stroke on these guys who are struggling on the hole. But that is such a scary putt. You saw what happened with Mattio's. You saw what happened with Paul's. If that doesn't go in, if that just hits right side, it's working its way all the way down to where Mattio is.
And I feel like it comes down to Eagle's putt. I think where Eagle was, I still think that Ricky and McBeth both run that putt.
Sure.
I feel like Eagle is a bit more mature in his game.
Oh my
As this
gosh.
just straight in. But when you make comeback putts like that, it makes those putts kind of,
Okay.
you can run those.
Three-way tie at the top, three best players in the world. What else could you ask for with 4 holes to go? And I don't know if that's like an official world ranking or anything like that, but we're talking about the guys who have been playing the hottest this season. It's hard to say that it's not Eagle, Paul, Ricky, the 3 best players right now in the world. And they're showing it, all tied at 31 under.
I honestly think Eagle should have ran that last putt, in my opinion. I think at the level that they're playing at and how many of those he hits, like I said, I think that Ricky runs it and Paul runs it. He lays it up, and now Ricky has the box and he had full momentum.
He loves that word. Ricky, good drive. Yep, that's all the distance he wants. Enough stability to flatten back out. And Heiser, that should be an easy pig up and down.
3-way tie. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's awesome. It reminds me of the 3-way tie playoff that we had in Augusta several years ago between, I believe it was Simon, McBeth, and Ricky, who were the top 3 ranked players in the world at that time.
It reminds me of last year at this very event where we had 3 players coming down the stretch in the hunt when we got to hole 18. And I think we're set for another one of those today.
Potentially. Well,
Get him.
yeah.
I think with the fact that you can eagle the 18.
Yep.
I think all these guys are going to be in the conversation unless disaster strikes. I just think those drives are great here for all those guys. They're going to be in position to get birdie putts.
It certainly has a feeling that whoever's going to win this tournament, once again, is going to have to eagle hole 18. It just seems like that. It's just a hole that all 3 of the guys in contention easily have with one good drive.
I think Eagle threw it so far, he has like 150 in. Did you guys see that drive?
I did.
He went to those bushes on the right.
That's crazy.
Sit.
Mattio, a good shot, a little speed, a little bit of ground play. That'll be an honest man's 28-foot comeback putt for the birdie. Gonna have to work for it, though. Ricky's gonna have to work a little bit for it.
20-footer perhaps.
Thank you. Do it.
Too good.
See, and I think that he might be even trying to run that.
Wow, that drive is
you-
unreal.
A jump putt like that.
Not the greatest jump putt,
No.
honestly.
No.
But he did it though. I mean, like, you come out here and play hole 15 and jump putt your approach and still potentially get the birdie.
Surprisingly calm.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've never seen that. In 2 years out here, we have not seen someone jump up their approach to this hole. Just a reminder, in these situations where a 3-round event where Eagle either had the lead or was tied for the lead, he has won all 4 times. So he is very comfortable in these tight race scenarios. Ricky has a less than 50% winning percentage in these situations, whereas McBeth is also above 50% when starting the round by 2 shots back.
Some people have a 0 percentage because those guys swoop them all up. Like, these are the guys that are just like, oh, you beat me last weekend. Well, I got you the week before. And
those stats, once again, provided by Statmanda, who was just kicking butt in the stat game. They are doing some really good things. If you haven't checked them out, check them out.
Oh, costly roll.
horrible reaction.
You got to hit the ground on the flat first. It is so important on this hill because that happens so often.
And honestly, I really appreciate those stats. I think the more stats we have in the game, the more it legitimizes our sport.
Absolutely.
And I'm a big stat guy.
Oh my gosh.
Boy, door wide open now for Eagle. Because those are tough. Those are tough putts. And this is, I would say, the windiest hole on the course.
It really feels like it. You feel the most exposed out here, and you feel like you got to put your drive wider than you just think it should be thrown to account for it. Eagle coming up short left that needs to sit.
No.
Doesn't sit.
And look at that flag just ripping and takes that angle of the roll and puts him well outside the circle, I would say. Matteo has a nice win read from these guys. Let's see if he can make the correction.
A little more width, but look at that left. And look at that stop.
Oh, what? I don't understand anything.
I don't know how.
I'm with you, Matty. That thing looked like way wide, then super lift and put the brakes on. Great shot in the end.
Looks like Eagle might have that little tree in his way right there.
Wow.
Unbelievable. How did that stay up?
It looked too low. The spin all the way. It doesn't even contact the rim cleanly.
Didn't drop an inch.
Pressure on these guys now. Like, how do you, now they have to run this. I mean, they were going to run it before.
They were going to run it
Yes,
before.
But they
now
have to make it.
Yes.
Now they have to make it.
Running
Yes.
it's not enough.
These
And that looked great, but that little bit of drop
And you
oh
can
my
see
gosh.
Paul knows it. I mean, 17 is 250 feet. 18 is the greatest hole Eagle's ever seen. Oh, Ricky is in as well.
that also looked low, but just maintained enough power to stay up long enough to crawl in. But I agree with you, Nate. 18 is just Eagles' playground.
Paul's lost control of his own destiny with that miss.
And that putt looked so good. It was online and just didn't do what Ricky's and Eagles did and just did not stay up.
Hole 17, par 3. What do you think the challenge is here, Paul?
Well, obviously left and right the tree line, but you also have to have good distance control because right behind the basket you do have the pond. This is where the nerves will start to build for our competitors. If they can throw that through there without juicing it and set it up there, they can put the pressure on the rest of the players. This is a very important tee shot for Ricky.
Ricky's got height. This needs to sit.
And that's the problem is you want to make sure you get through the gap. And in these situations, the adrenaline's rushing and it's tough to back up and have that touch. This is the hole that Eagle has struggled with in years past along with this year.
You can get tunnel vision looking through this little gap here.
Whoa. Oh, disaster for Eagle.
And oh my gosh, he is kicked right. And goodbye, whale sack.
Yeah.
Nice, Maddie. Good shot.
Matty, oh, That is what you're looking for.
This is a perfect opportunity for McBeth. McBeth is stone cold in these situations. He needs to throw this through there. If he parks this, eagle's out of the question for birdie, and Ricky has a very difficult putt long. Awkward stance. Look at this shot. This is
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
awkward stance into a crazy headwind on a high rise.
Yeah, there's nothing Eagle can really even do from there. You cannot afford the bogey. You got to lay that one up. Obstructed view. So now Ricky is going to have to make this. Otherwise, he will be tied with McBeth, and it'll be a three-way tie going in the last hole.
Yeah!
That is a huge putt for Rick.
God. What is going on right now? This dude's putter is it's melting.
So here's one thing about Ricky that he's been working on this year is he's a great putter, obviously, with his regular stroke, but he's also brought back his old spin putt, and that thing has been deadly. He's been switching back and forth. That is so difficult, and then to be able to take it and put it in. The putt that he hit on the last hole was a completely different stroke than that one.
He didn't make all his putts early in the round, but he's getting hot at the right time, making the putt on 15, fueling him into 16, and then the putt on 17, these last three holes, over 100 feet in putts.
It kind of reminds me of Nico last year. He switched in between putts. You need the spin putt on this course.
Ricky more than likely can play. I mean, Eagle to guarantee it, clearly. The wind has not been favorable on this hole. This is going hard left.
Sit. Okay.
That's not perfect position to go for the Eagle 3, but
Yeah.
he guarantees a piece of a playoff at least, even with birdie 4.
Correct. I really don't see him being in a spot where he can get close to the pin in 2 from that far left.
Let's remember yesterday he was in an eerily similar spot. He goes for it. He throws it in the pond. He could have yesterday laid up, taken birdie, and possibly have won outright with our situation.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't think that he's going to play layup today either.
But hopefully he's smart enough to learn from the mistakes from yesterday and just stay farther right. But we will see. McBeth now, Eagle has to happen right now for him. And
This is a great start. Little low on the hill.
That was looking so good.
He's going to have a tough run up, and he's going to need full gas from there. That's probably high 400s to the basket, maybe more.
Yeah.
And he's got to run uphill. I don't think that even Paul McBeth can get the power to throw a very accurate shot from there.
Speaking of power, Eagle McMahon flipping the DD3 up perfectly. And folks, if you want to put yourself in position to eagle this hole, you got to do that.
Wow.
That is just as good as it gets, really.
Wow, Paul, yeah, he's in a tough spot.
He's going to have to put every single bit of energy he has. And
No follow through. Turns it beautifully.
This is sick.
that is such
Wow,
a
all the way to the
high-level
top.
shot. Such a high-level shot.
He's going to have an opportunity. What is he, 100?
Yeah.
Probably, 100 to 115 feet. He's going to have to throw it in from there.
Matteo being out of the tournament is just playing to the safe side over there.
He's in a situation right now with Gannon Burr at 31 under par that he's going to have to eagle this hole to tie for 4th place.
Okay, Ricky is going over.
This just has to clear. This is really high. Does it have enough distance?
Yeah.
Plenty.
Yeah. That's usually not a problem for Ricky, but yeah, we did see a little bit of that stall problem on his approach shot in round 2 and making the correction, putting himself in the fairway. Now all the pressure is on this man right here to put one close. You have to imagine there's a playoff coming.
That's what it comes down to. It's this shot right here. How close can he get this?
I mean, he's only 400, less than 400 away.
Yeah, stock shot.
This looks good.
Looks
Does it
like
have the distance
right
over
at
the
it.
sand? No, not over the sand, but the sand is a putt.
Yes, and I think he's around circle's edge. I don't think he's that far away. That sand can get pretty close to the circle.
So McBeth is just sending this now.
Looks like he's going full run up.
All right, McBeth for eagle.
Wow.
Oh, so close.
Just to get the height right from there is incredible.
I mean, he putts that far. I'm surprised. Like, he is just so content with not getting.
Does Rick run this? No. No, he doesn't. I'm surprised there. I thought he might give it a little stab.
So we saw Eagle hit a huge putt at D-Glow to secure the win. Similar distance. Chance for the playoff right here for him.
Oh, no.
Matt.
Oh, that close from tying for fourth place.
Great job from him. Put on a great show as always.
Yep.
And this is the tournament.
Outside circle one, just barely for the eagle. And the tie at the top.
Wow, left side.
No.
We haven't seen him miss that all day. All
All
weekend.
year. What are you talking about? Oh, heartbreak for Eagle. And Ricky Wysocki is going to hang on. Oh, my goodness. What an outstanding back nine for him. McBeth is going to fall to third, but he'd rather get third place than second sometimes. That's why he runs those shots from 150 out so hard. He does not care about second place. And Eagle is not going to be happy with second place, but nothing to hang his head about. Another outstanding finish for the young man.
I think that was the best 9 holes I've seen.
That was
Since
incredible.
Worlds, but besides Worlds, maybe all year.
And here is Rick for the win. Crowd goes wild. That 15 under to start it, and it really did feel like he hung on. Everyone was coming after him here. High fives all around.
Yeah, and his tour manager, Ari. If you hear a loud woo in the background, that's who it is right there. Ricky Wysocki, your preserved champion.
Ricky Wysocki, champion. First of all, how does it feel? Amazing. I mean, after yesterday, it was basically like 2 rounds that felt like the final round, so the pressure was insane. We got this insane Minnesota gallery here. It's the environment's totally made out here. Kale did a great job, and I'm just I'm on a high. I played solid down the stretch, and that's I got it done. It's been I played well in JomezPro and Texas States, and kind of had a little took some time off, I guess, from competing for wins. But I'm back, and I missed some putts, and I faced adversity. I think that that's the biggest thing. I just stayed in the hunt the whole tournament. I never fell more than one back, and good things happen when you just stay in the hunt and give yourself a chance to win.
Well, and speaking of that adversity, last night you went to bed not knowing if you'd be maybe co-champion or if you'd have to come out here and win it outright. You've answered that.
I was prepared to play no matter what. Obviously, I always want to have a chance to a solo win. I think that's a great feeling. I don't. There's been 2 or 3 round majors at the USDGC before with rain and delays like that. So, it's happened before. But overall, like I said, I'm just so pumped. Great league. The Minnesota gallery is amazing. Thank you guys. Yeah.
We're just 2 weeks into a very long stretch here on the Pro Tour. What kind of momentum, your favorite word, what kind of momentum does that carry into these next couple of weeks?
Raptor legs, dude. They carry some Raptor legs momentum. I hit some awesome putts down the stretch of the tournament that kept me in the hunt and kept me ahead. So the putter was hot when it needed to be. I think situationally that's the most important thing.
So many fans, the support out here. Say something to everybody out there who's watching.
I just want to say thanks to everybody, screaming Raptor legs when I hit a good putt. The crowd's amazing. I think they see the genuine smiles that I bring when I'm playing and competing. Just happy I can smile and get the win and move on to Ledgestone. This is awesome.
All right, Ricky Wysocki again, champion here at the Preserve. Congratulations.
Thank you, Terry. Let's go. Yeah. Thank you, guys.
That is apex Ricky Wysocki right there, adding to a career that already firmly puts him in the conversation as one of the greatest players of all time. And he does it again with huge putts down the stretch to win by 1 over the hard-charging Eagle McMahon. Paul McBeth was right there the whole way. We're sharing the fire emojis today. Big shout out to Silver Lat down there. 11 under, comes storming back, along with Gannonburr, Paul McBeth, and our champion, Ricky Wysocki.
One of the things that I noticed with the interview from him and Eagle the weekend before is these guys aren't afraid. You know, we saw Eagle do that, and Ricky, I think, might have taken some of the things that he said personally and said, you know what, no, I'm the best. You know, and you saw that in his putting on the back 9, and man, we are lucky to be able to see these guys right now.
Thanks everybody for watching our coverage from the Preserve Championship. We had a blast up here in Minnesota. Thanks to Kale, thanks to the big team that he has and all the volunteers, the cameramen, the Founders Club. We will be back from the Ledgestone Insurance Open next week.